Welcome back to A Year in the Garden. It has been exactly 50 days since we first set the shovel down onto this bare patch of dirt and started this garden. So, today is the second time that we are harvesting green. That's not too bad for 50 days from ground up. So, this right here I'm harvesting is mustard green. And true to their promise on the package, mustard green and baby bok choy right here takes about 45 days to mature. And that's exactly what it took. One thing that is important when you harvest your own homegrown green is that it has a lot of dirt. It might anyway. So make sure when you wash them, they are submerged in the water in your sink or in a bucket for a few minutes to let the dirt sink down to the bottom. So the way to multiply your harvest, don't pull up the whole plant so that the middle can continue to produce. Take the outer edges, leave the biggest one there is, and that way you don't just kill the whole plant. Same way with baby bok choy here. Outer edges, like this. And really that's about it for harvesting greens. Now let me show you around, come on over, let me show you around what we have going on in the garden. Both these beds are planted with greens, mustard greens. This one is going to be all harvested out very soon because we have hot weather crop beans coming in and they're poking out of the ground. So this is only temporary. So over here is another bed interplanted with cilantro on both sides, and some of this needs to be picked already, otherwise it will be too tough. On this one bed is beets and leeks. Leeks are doing well. They're always very slow. It takes 120 days to harvest leeks, so I'm not too worried. However, beets seem to be struggling to me. I don't know whether it's because it has been so cold or maybe something is lacking, some nutrient is lacking in the soil. Just to be on the safe side, commercial soils now are not always cracked out to be what they promise to be. So we have added some organic balanced 444 fertilizer just to give them a boost. Over here, the peas definitely look anemic to us. It's not as green, the leaves are not as green as they should be, and that tells us that they need a boost in nitrogen. So once again, we have given it a boost on that organic fertilizer. So delicata squash, getting ready to climb. Take the material in the backyard, what you have, and try to make do with it. Now this whole garden has been built, the hardware of it is entirely built by my husband, with the exception of the drip system. We have done everything ourselves, so we're quite pleased with it, the result. Another bed of peas. Once again, another bed of green interplanted with beans, another bed of mustard green, my favorite spring vegetable. Stir fried up with some garlic and maybe some bacon. Fantastic. Anyway, this bed is also ready to be harvested. 2 beds of onion, yellow onion, red onion interplanted with tomatoes. I'm very excited about these tomatoes because they're all heirloom and I'll be harvesting their seeds. More beets here. Cabbage, doing well. And daikon. Look at this daikon. Look at the stem. Already producing a very nice stalk. Look at that. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. This is a bed that is reserved for garlic. But since garlic is a fall planting, as a fall planting herb, I hate to see anything loafing around, sitting along, not doing anything. So we have planted, as you can see, it poked up all over already, collard green and Swiss chard. Potatoes. Potatoes finally poked up. It took a little bit longer than we thought, and mostly because it has been really cold, and also it has been buried really deep. And we did that, Farmer Dave did that on purpose because he didn't want to have the trouble in the summer of having to cover it up, because potatoes, as they grow, they push towards the surface, towards the sun. And in order to prevent that sunburn, we have to keep on what is that word? Mounting them. So we didn't want the trouble of that, so they were planted really deep. But they're doing well. They're poking up. All of them have been poking up. Over here is a bed of cauliflowers. Now all this, I have started the cauliflowers I think in March, early March, from seeds as an experiment, and they have all come up. I studied the seeds indoors and transplanted them out, but they seems to be thriving, mainly because the weather has been cool. But cauliflower needs some cool weather to form the head, so I don't know how it's going to turn out when the heat hits. Interplanted with cauliflowers is a crop of deals over there. Deals and marigold. I started from seeds indoors as well. In the back of the garden is a crop of raspberries. Gift of a friend. She gave me, Mary Lee, gave me so many raspberry stalks that are strong, and to my surprise, they're already producing a few fruits. To my surprise, I did not expect that. Chives and horseradish. I'm very excited about this. 2 grapes, a red one, Canadian, and a white one, and a white one. More potatoes poking up all over along the path. And even more thrilling, California poppies, seeds that I throw down about 3 weeks ago are popping up all over the place. So, and that's about it. Outside the fence, we have blackberries and we have rhubarb, and that's it. So that concludes this phase of a year in the garden. We will check back with the garden periodically throughout the year to see what's going on. Until then, happy gardening.